Right now, your person is experiencing a wave of deep emotions, sensual, tender, and longing. They are feeling incredibly drawn to you, not just physically but emotionally as well. Their heart aches for closeness, for warmth, for that familiar sense of intimacy that once existed between you. But something has changed. They can sense that you've grown distant, withdrawn, even angry, and it's tearing them apart inside. It's not just the absence of affection that's affecting them, but the emotional wall they feel rising between you. They miss you, the real you, the version of you that used to laugh freely, tease them with playful affection, and express your emotions without hesitation. That version of you felt like home to them, and they desperately want that feeling back. Your person has been reminiscing about the times when you were emotionally open with them, vulnerable, trusting, and unguarded. That emotional transparency you once offered made them feel special, seen, and deeply connected to you. It's something they've come to cherish, and now that it's missing, they feel a painful void. They understand that things haven't been easy between you two, and they might not have always been present or supportive in the way you needed. But their feelings have only grown stronger, and they are now preparing to reach out. They are planning to express themselves soon, perhaps through a heartfelt message or a handwritten letter, something that can hold the weight of their emotions. They want to speak their truth, and more importantly, they want to be physically close to you again, to remind you of the passion and emotional connection you share. In their heart, your person envisions a future with you, a future built on mutual respect, love, and unshakable trust. They long for a relationship where both of you feel secure enough to be yourselves, without fear, doubt, or insecurity. They don't just see you as someone they love, they see you as someone they could build a life with. To them, you possess all the qualities of an ideal partner, a great wife or husband. You have the compassion, the strength, the understanding, and the loyalty they admire. They believe you're the one, and they're ready to take that leap of faith, to fully commit to the love they feel is still alive between you. This connection, in their eyes, is not ordinary. It's a deep, soulful bond filled with love, passion, and emotional understanding. They've never felt this way with anyone else. The intensity of what they feel for you frightens and excites them all at once. It's not just physical attraction or fleeting emotion, it's something deeper, more spiritual. They believe that what you both share is rare, worth fighting for, and capable of withstanding whatever challenges life throws your way. There was a time, however, when your person couldn't see things so clearly. They had slipped into a hermit-like state, withdrawing from the world and even from you. Their life had become unbalanced and emotionally toxic, filled with inner turmoil and confusion. They felt overwhelmed by their own issues, whether it was fear, insecurity, or external pressures, and genuinely believed they couldn't give you what you deserved. That internal struggle made them pull away, not because they didn't care, but because they cared too much and feared failing you. Now, the distance is haunting them. They're filled with regret and sorrow, missing you more than they ever expected. The silence between you feels loud, and the emotional gap feels unbearable. They've come to realize that they don't just want you, they need you. Not in a way that's dependent or desperate, but in a way that acknowledges the deep emotional fulfillment you bring into their life. They want a balanced, healthy relationship, one where both of you give and receive in equal measure. They're done with one-sided efforts, misunderstandings, and emotional withholding. They want to rebuild a bond where both of you feel safe, valued, and supported. What makes this connection so unique to them is that they feel they can be emotionally vulnerable with you in a way they've never experienced before. You make them feel safe enough to open up, to show their weaknesses, their wounds, and their truth without fear of judgment. You are their confidant, their emotional anchor, their strength. With you, they don't have to wear a mask or pretend to be someone they're not. That kind of connection is rare, and they are now willing to fight for it. So, even if things feel strained or cold right now, know that your person is working up the courage to reach out. They haven't given up on you. In fact, they're more certain than ever that what you share is worth the effort, the healing, and the hope. They're longing not just for your touch, but for your heart, to see it open to them again, playful, trusting, and full of love. I distract myself constantly, through music, screens, meaningless conversations, because the truth is, it's far too painful to face the night without you. When the world gets quiet and everything slows down, that's when it hits me the hardest. I dread being alone with my thoughts. I fear them. They're loud, unrelenting, and they pull me into memories and regrets I'd rather escape. For so long, I tried to lie to myself. I told myself I was okay. That the distance didn't matter. That I could move on, heal, or even forget. But I can't lie anymore. The truth is glaring, heavy, and impossible to ignore. I miss you. Deeply, achingly, completely. It's strange how love can open your eyes. Before you, I existed, I moved through life without really feeling connected to anything. But once I met you, I started to see the world differently. The sky seemed bluer, music sounded fuller, and even silence held a kind of warmth. I began to love the little things, the wind brushing against my skin, the smell of rain, the laughter of strangers, because somehow, all of it reminded me of you. Loving you made me fall in love with the world again. It was like I had rediscovered beauty through you, through us. And yet now, in your absence, I find myself adrift. I can barely form a coherent thought, let alone speak my feelings clearly. My mind is fogged with grief, guilt, and longing. Every time I try to focus or think about anything else, your face flashes before me. The moments we shared, the way you looked at me, the way your presence filled up a room, it all replays in my head like a film I can't turn off. And what hurts the most is the thought that I hurt you. That I may have caused you pain. That I might have let you down or broken something sacred between us. I can't stop thinking about it. It tears at me. I know, without any doubt, that you are my other half. Not just someone I love, but someone who completes me. Two pieces, yours and mine, meant to fit together in a way nothing else ever could. Since you came into my life, everything has felt more alive. Colors seem brighter, laughter feels real, and even sadness has a kind of depth it never had before. It's like a weight I didn't even know I was carrying was suddenly lifted the moment you looked at me with those eyes that seemed to see everything. The world became more vibrant, more meaningful, because you were in it. You brought light into places I had long forgotten. You gave me hope. You gave me a reason to feel again. And now, in your absence, everything feels dulled, dimmed. Like I've stepped back into a world that's lost its color. There are things I've never told anyone, dark corners of my heart that I've always kept hidden. But with you, I feel like I could be brave enough to let it all out. Because I know, in my soul, that you would understand me. Not just hear me, but really see me. I've never trusted anyone like that. Never wanted to give someone that kind of access to my inner world. But you? You are different. You are the only one I believe could hold that truth and not run away. You make me want to be honest. To be real. To be better. The thought of not having you around, of living in a world where your laughter isn't echoing somewhere close by, it gives me an anxiety that I can't quite put into words. My chest tightens. My heart races. Everything feels unstable, like I'm standing on shaking ground. This isn't just sadness, it's a kind of soul-level fear. a fear that I've lost something I may never find again. My reality right now feels like a sentence, a punishment for mistakes I've made and things I wish I could undo. It's a heavy feeling, like I'm carrying the weight of my regrets everywhere I go. Being in love isn't always beautiful. Sometimes, it hurts more than anything else. Especially when you're not with the one person who makes everything make sense. It's easy to love someone when everything is perfect, but it's in the ache, the longing, the distance, where love really shows its depth. And my love for you? It hasn't faded. It hasn't dulled. If anything, it's grown stronger, louder, more undeniable. You are so precious to me, not just someone I want, but someone I feel the universe gave me as a gift. A rare, divine blessing. And even if I can't be with you right now, even if time and pain and circumstances have pulled us apart, I needed you to know this. I needed you to know how deeply you are loved, how profoundly you've changed me, and how completely I still believe in what we had, in what we could still have. The kind of woman you are feels almost unreal to me at times. It's hard to put into words, but there's something about your presence, your energy, your essence, that simply stands out from anything I've ever known. The wisdom you carry and the authenticity you live by aren't just admirable, they're transformational. You don't just say things that sound good, you live what you believe, and that's rare. In a world full of surface-level connections and fleeting moments, you are a reminder that real still exists. You embody strength, grace, and truth in a way that no one else does. Every time I reflect on who you are and the way you move through life, I'm reminded just how deeply no one compares to you. Even during the time when we weren't communicating, when there was silence between us, I felt your presence more than ever. The universe had this strange way of constantly nudging me, revealing things I needed to understand about you, about us. It's like everything around me became a mirror, showing me signs, moments, and insights that all pointed back to you. I realized then that connections like this don't fade. They might get quiet, they might shift and evolve, but they don't disappear. And ours, it kept speaking to me even when we weren't speaking at all. It's as if something bigger than us has been guiding this all along. You are filled with a fire that is both powerful and magnetic. That inner flame, combined with the quiet confidence you carry, makes you incredibly beautiful, not just on the outside, but in a way that radiates from within. It's not the kind of beauty that needs to announce itself. It just is. People feel it. I feel it. And what's even more astonishing is that along with all of that strength and fire, you carry this softness, this nurturing kindness that makes people feel safe around you. You're strong, but never cold. You're fierce, but never harsh. That balance is something I don't often see. It's a rare and beautiful harmony. I can feel you even when you're not physically near me. There's this energetic connection that defies logic or explanation. It's in the way I suddenly think of you at the most random times or feel a sense of calm just by remembering your voice. You hold so much divine feminine energy, graceful, intuitive, nurturing, yet powerful and grounded. That energy pulls me in constantly. It's impossible to ignore. Being around you, even in memory, makes me feel held, supported, and understood in a way I've never felt before. I don't think I've ever told you just how much you've impacted my life, especially during one of the hardest chapters I've ever faced. When things were dark and uncertain, when I felt like I was losing my grip, you showed up. You didn't try to fix me or carry my burdens, but you stood by me with patience, compassion, and a strength I desperately needed. Even when I didn't have the words or the energy to fully show my appreciation, I noticed everything. I held on to so much of what you shared with me, your words, your gestures, your presence. You became a quiet anchor in the chaos, and I've never forgotten that. What amazes me is how you did all of that so effortlessly, as if it's just your nature to love in that way. I've come to realize that not everyone is built like that. Not everyone knows how to love without conditions, to support without smothering, to encourage without pushing. But you do. And because of that, I've grown. You've inspired me to become a better version of myself, not by demanding it, but by simply being yourself. Looking back, there are moments I wish I had said more, done more, been more present. But even in my silence, even in my uncertainty, you were there, in my heart, in my thoughts, in the lessons I was learning. And now, with clarity, I can say it without hesitation, you are someone extraordinary. The kind of woman who doesn't just pass through someone's life, but leaves a permanent imprint on their soul. You're unforgettable, not just because of how you made me feel, but because of who you are at your core. So today, as I sit with these thoughts and let my heart speak freely, I just want you to know how deeply grateful I am for you. For your strength, your softness, your fire, your wisdom. For the way you've stood by me and shaped parts of me without even trying. You are not only beautiful, you are rare. And now more than ever, I understand that no one compares to you.